Normally when we do it, we've done it for more of a jiu-jitsu application where you already have the guy's back. And a Sambo, since we're going to do this off of a ride, because it actually is a little bit easier off of a ride. Neil Adams had a really good entry from here. You know, Steve picked it up from working with him and from working with Morris Allen, so I picked it up. I teach my guys this, and it works pretty well. So he's down. Maybe I've snapped him down. Maybe I've gotten a throw. I transitioned back, and maybe I'm even thinking about putting my hooks in, but he's not giving it to me yet. So I'm going to establish my ride. Okay, I can either go on this side or this side. Okay, I'm going to do it both sides so you can kind of see the different, you know, pieces working together. In this case, I'm going to be over here. Okay, this way for me. Okay, so I've got my foot on this side of him, not in between, so he can't roll through for a knee bar. Okay, I've got my knee in his butt to keep him from backing away. All right, so I'm not here. All right, because he's just going to grab that knee bar. Okay, so I put the foot hooks his foot, and I jam my knee, the side of my knee, into his butt. Okay, reach through and get a spiral and get his wrist, because I'm going after that wrist. Okay, so he thinks I'm probably going to break him down. All right, because that's usually what you do in wrestling. You tuck this in, you know, maybe you get a tilt or you flatten him out. Okay, I don't really care about that. I'm going to pop his leg out with my spiral, keep that wrist, and step over. Okay, pop that knee out. Okay, go ahead and put it back in so you can see. So he's trying to be nice and tight. I just pop that out with the spiral and hook. Okay, as soon as I get that, post, hook. Okay, head goes down on the mat. My other foot comes through and gets that hook on his hip. This one's really important. Okay, if I've got that hook and I'm on my head, I can sit here all day. Okay, he can go ahead and tuck his arm as much as he wants. Okay, so now I'm going to hook up here and put my knee right on the mat and tuck the back of my foot around his head. Okay, and then from there it's just a roll through, and I point my toe out the entire way through. See how my shin's right across his belt line? Okay, that'll get a 300-pounder to flip for me. Okay, because it's right on the center of gravity for him, or what do you call it? Okay, notice that this is right there. Okay, as soon as he flips over, come over, collect the head and squeeze. Okay, sit up, pop it free. So again, got my ride, get his wrist, pop that leg open, hook. Okay, post, drive the other hook in. As soon as I get on my head, hook my foot back into that hip. Okay, knee goes down, hook in, push off. Collect the head, sit up, finish. One more time for posterior. Okay, got the arm, got the spiral ride, pop it open, hook, post, hook, post on my head, hook his hip, drive through him and get with this arm, knee down, roll him over, collect the head, sit up, finish. Okay?
That's why we call it head roll. He's rolling him directly over his head.
Right. So it's not like he's doing a head roll. I'm not doing a head roll, he's doing a head roll.
Key thing to point here, when Derrick is on top of his head too when he posts on the side there.
Right.
Post on his head.
One thing
stabilizes himself.
You do not want to do with this, guys, is when I'm finishing this up, I don't want to put my head on the side. If I'm here, he's just going to drive into me, and I don't have it. Okay? If I'm here, he's going to do the same thing, and it's going to be even worse because then I'm going to get mat burn all over the front of my face. So I want to be right there or right on the top. Okay?
And it gives you a better field of vision too. You can see what you're doing.
Yeah.
If you're posting on top of your head, you can see your opponent.
You're basically like this. You've hooked it up, and you can see what he's doing and where he's going. And as soon as you're ready, you roll him over. So if you can do this, you know, you can do a really good head roll JUJI. Okay, so one more time through. All right, got the ride, got the wrist, pop open, hook, post, hook, head down, get the arm, drive the knee down, flip them over, collect the head, sit up, finish. Okay, so that is the head roll.
Now, guys, that may look very difficult. If you practice this, and believe me, we practice this a lot, everybody should, it is probably the most effective way to get the crossbody arm lock, JUJI GATAME, in any sport. Ronda Rousey does it this way very much, and that's MMA. And we see it in judo, jiu-jitsu, sambo, BJJ. Does not matter the sport, jacket or no jacket. It's the head roll juji is very popular.
I've gotten it in no-gi. I've gotten it in sport jiu-jitsu tournaments. I mean, it's highly applicable. Okay, and there's a bunch of different ways to modify it a little bit, but the key points are the hook of the hip with your foot, posting on your head, and getting your other foot behind his neck and head, okay? Whether you want to do like the shin or a thigh, something, there's got to be a lever behind there to get them, okay? But if you have those three things, everything else is just a slight variation. Like the way the Ronda usually does it is she'll reach through, grab the other foot, and kind of drag them over her. You know, Adams did it more this way, where you just kind of flip the guy over with the back of the shin. So everybody's going to have a bit of a different way, but you all better have the foot hooked into the hip.
Why don't you show that how to anchor that foot? Okay. I didn't get a very good view of this. And now watch when he gets up top and controls. He really, this is a good ride actually. He's really parking himself. So now look at, in this case, his right foot. See that right foot parked? We call it anchoring on the hip. Dre's stuck. And now you see Derrick's on top of his head. And when he comes across with his left knee over the back of the head, and he just flips him over. He just rolls him, flips him right over, and catches it.
Okay.
And that's why that works.
So most of the time when people say, well, I keep trying the head roll, Derrick, and it's not working for me. The guy's too big, or he keeps pushing me over and stacking me, and it's because you're not hooking on the hip, okay? Once you get that foot hook, it's pretty much over. You can ride him. It's almost like getting a good body triangle on somebody. It's going to keep you locked into that position, but even more importantly, when you start to turn him, that foot is going to kick his hips over and hit where, similar to what we were talking about, you know, with the gi and short grips. Where his shoulders go, he goes. Where his hips go, he goes too. So if you flip his hips over, he's going over whether he wants to or not. Okay? All right, let's try it.
Let's give it a try, guys. Go get him. Mike, why don't you do one for the camera real quick, because you are very good at the head roll juji. You're one of our best guys at it, actually. Everyone, this is Mike Pennington doing this with Dre Glover. You might recognize him. Mike's one of our guys who is at the intro JUJI GATAME little tutorial we have with Ben Goring. And you can see how he's just carefully, he's just going step by step over this, rolling over and catching it. So there you have a very nice head roll JUJI GATAME. There we go. By the way, this is featured in JUJI GATAME Encyclopedia. I believe in the free market system of enterprise, and we cover a lot of ways to do this arm lock in JUJI GATAME Encyclopedia. So that being said, there we go, and I hope you study it and practice it.